Pedro Brian Hayes.
President, thank you very much. I'd like to agree with others and congratulate Mr De Backer on his report. I think it's a fair, measured report and it deserves consideration. I just want to make a brief number of points. I think what are the real tools upon which you assess an economy? One is the rate of unemployment and two is the rate of GDP growth. And on both of those counts, we in the Eurozone have not done well by comparison to the UK and by comparison to the United States of America. Unemployment is twice the level in the Eurozone as it is the case in the United States of America and in the UK, and the level of GDP growth is less than half of the same example in the US and in the UK. So we have got to ensure that the surveillance mechanism, which we were late in the day coming to, is fully enforced. I want to make one very important point, and it is this. Surveillance is important for all countries, big and small. And what I mean by that is holding countries to account on what they have and have not done is a carrot and stick approach. Yes, of course, it's important that countries are held to account, but equally there should be support for those countries that have to implement these country-specific recommendations. A very interesting idea came from Minister Schäuble recently, when he suggested in a speech, I think we should reflect on it, that we should consider using the EU's budget, the multiannual financial framework, as a means of helping countries with country-specific recommendations. This is not easy stuff. Country-specific recommendations are by their nature costly, they take time, but if we are to receive the kind of efficiencies that we all want to obtain, we should look at using the budget as a means of implementing helping those countries to converge with those country-specific recommendations. It's interesting that the countries that have gone through the biggest shock, including my own, are now having the largest level of GDP growth. And there is a lesson in that. We do need structural reform. It is crucially important across the Eurozone system that where good examples of public sector reform are implemented, that we should be attempting to copy this in other countries by means of not inducement but incentive. And I think that is crucially important. And finally, can I agree with the fundamental point made in paragraph 27 about long-term investment. 75% of public investment in the United States of America is funded by the private sector. It's the opposite in Europe. We need a new model of getting the private sector involved in public sector investment projects in the European Union. And what the private sector wants to see is certainty. And to date, they haven't seen that.
Thank you.